Catherine.
Hi everyone.
So,
Um,
okay, could you please introduce yourself for 1 minute?
of course. Hi everyone. I'm Catherine. I'm 17 years old, so I'm just a little bit older than you, just maybe 2 years. I am a senior in high school, so I'll be in college next year. But I tested into Zhou Lao Shi's Chinese class, so that's why I'm here with you all. And I am very excited to be. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite thing to do, taking a beach day. I live in Southern California, and so it's a very coastal lifestyle. So I'm just going to be sharing some of that with you in case you guys ever come to California or the US. Has anyone ever been before? If you're more comfortable typing it in the chat, that's totally fine. I understand that.
Catherine, we have the name list on the chat box, so you can call their name.
Nameless on the chat.
We have 10 students in the room.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you.
同学们，我们最后一堂课了哈，所以请把握可以发言的机会哈。Okay, then I'll leave the time to you. Thank you.
Thank you. So 2 of you have been to the US. Do you know what state you've been to? Do you remember?
I've been to New York and Texas.
Okay, yes, those are 2 really, really big ones. I have never been to New York, but I grew up right by Texas, so I'm very used to Texas. New York, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I just say I've been to Seattle and Chicago.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you've definitely seen the US. So I'm sharing my presentation with you guys. So I am going to be talking about, like I said, beach days. I'm going to tell you guys where to go, what to bring, and what to do in case you ever make it out to California. You will be a local pretty much after this presentation. So I live right here in California, and this is Texas. This is the big one. And so I lived right here in Oklahoma, right above Texas. And so I wasn't used to the beach, and then I moved out here and I fell in love with it. So I'm there all the time, and I'm going to tell you guys about 4 of my favorite beaches with some really beautiful pictures. So the first one is Seal Beach, and this is definitely the one I am at the most. It's a very young atmosphere. A lot of teenagers like to go to Seal Beach with their friends because the food is very cheap and it's very easy to get to. It's very close. So that's actually a picture of me and my friends right there on the left. And then one of my favorite restaurants, it's called The Hangout. And then one thing that I really love about Seal Beach is that there is this pier that you can see in the bottom right, and it extends all the way out into the ocean really, really far. So if you walk to the end, you're standing over the middle of the ocean. It's really cool. It's very beautiful. And at night, it's like kind of creepy, but it's kind of fun at the same time. So the next one is Huntington Beach. And this one is famous for surfing. So has anyone ever been surfing before? I've heard so far that like there's not a lot of water sports in Taiwan, but has anyone maybe ever been surfing or seen it on YouTube or in a show? If not, that's okay. I will show you guys what it is in a moment. So Huntington Beach is really famous for professional surfers. So this guy right here, his name is Keanu Igarashi, and I met him at Huntington, and that a couple weeks later, his brother won the silver medal for surfing at the Olympics this past year, and Keanu himself is training for the 2024 Olympics in surfing. So that was really exciting. And then Huntington Beach also has a ton of fresh seafood. This is a poke bowl I got once. I heard someone here liked sushi. I love sushi. There's really, really good sushi in Huntington Beach. And then the next one is Newport Beach. And this is the beach to be at if you want to live on the beach. So this is a residential area. I don't know if you guys know the word residential, but it just means a place with a lot of houses. It's living, it's like a neighborhood. So basically, people buy or build houses right on the sand. So when they walk out of their front door or their back door, they are on the sand and they own this little piece of ocean and beach. And it's really, really pretty if you can afford it. And then also, there are those canals on the left. And those were built so that people who live by the, if they have a boat, they park a boat in front of their house and they can use the boat to go around the canals. Just to cruise around, or if they need to get somewhere, they can use the canal system. And then also there's a lot of really big bike paths. I don't know if anyone here likes to bike, but it's really, really beautiful to bike at sunset. And then finally, my favorite beach is Laguna Beach. I mean, the pictures themselves, they're just beautiful. It's the most photogenic in my opinion, and it's a really big vacation spot. There are a lot of tourists that love to come to Laguna just to relax and do some shopping, and the scenic drive is really beautiful. If you can see this road right here, so that road is called Pacific Coast Highway, and it's basically a road that runs along the entire southern coast. So while you're driving, you can just look out your window and see the ocean, and it's beautiful. So now that you've seen all four, does anyone have a favorite beach that I showed? Ocean, do you have a favorite beach?
Yes.
Which one?
Should be the fourth one because it looks very beautiful.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's a really good reason. Ariel, do you have one? Maybe not. That is okay. I am going to go on. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about what you should bring. These are my essentials that are always in my bag. So I always like to bring a waterproof speaker to play music on the sand with my friends, and a book if I don't feel like getting in the water. Or if I do feel like getting in the water, I bring a surfboard or a boogie board, which are basically just huge pieces of foam or plastic or sometimes like plexiglass, a mix, and they help you ride the waves so that you can surf or bodyboard. And then if you felt like getting a workout in, a lot of people like to swim in the open ocean, and it's a really good workout. I've done it before and I really, really liked it. So the next thing is sunscreen and sunglasses. I've gotten some pretty bad burns at the beach where it made me look like a tomato as red as the end call button on this screen. It was bad and it was painful, and I don't want you to go through it. So there's that. And then also bring a swimsuit, of course, or a wetsuit, which I actually have a picture of for you guys because they look kind of funny. So this is what a wetsuit looks like. It's basically a full body suit that's really, really, really warm that people wear when they surf. So when they're out in the ocean for a really long time, they don't get cold. And it kind of makes you look like a penguin. And they're really tight and really hard to put on. So not super fun, but they are very warm, which is nice. Give me a minute here. All right, and we're back. And then the last thing I would say to bring is money. And then one thing I've loved to do is to bring a waterproof camera to take pictures while I'm in the water. So I've been surfing before, and sometimes you can see dolphins or other sea animals while you're out there. And if you can take a quick picture, it's really fun. So I love to do that. And then I'm going to talk about my favorite things to do at the beach. The first one is surf, the second one is swim, and the third one is shop. So based on that list, type in the chat a 1 if you think surfing would be the most fun, a 2 if you think swimming would be the most fun, and a 3 if you think shopping would be the most fun. So pick whichever one you want. I just want to see what you guys think is fun. So you can go ahead and type that in the chat. Shopping, okay? 1 surf, 1 swim. All right, so across the board. Well, I'm going to talk about surfing first. So for all of you 1 people, I love surfing. So the first thing you would need is a board, which I have some pictures of right there. They're going to be super tall, way taller than you, and they're going to be big, and they're kind of a little bit heavy too. But you can get a board made to your exact height and weight, and you can design it if you want it to be very pretty and aesthetic. Aesthetic is just another word for pretty. And so there are a lot of shops out here that can do that for you. And then something that a lot of people like to do, if you want to learn how to surf in 1 day, you can take a surf lesson, which is where a professional surfer goes out in the water with you and helps you know how to navigate the waves, know how to get yourself right in the wave. And I did this once, and I made a little tiny video about it, so I'm going to show you guys that really fast. So for any of you people who are interested in surfing, watch this. I would definitely recommend it. Here we go. I overheard that she was 19. So like I said, really short little video, but that was the first wave I ever caught, which was very exciting. Even though it was little, it was still a wave. And so I did that in 1 day. So if you ever go anywhere at the beach, if you can find a surf lesson, you can learn in 1 day. It's very, very fun. I would highly recommend it. And if you go on a surf lesson, a lot of times they'll be in the morning. So for anyone who really, really likes food, you'll like this because you can get breakfast. And so 3 of my favorite breakfasts are iced coffee, acai bowls, and breakfast burritos. If you want to type in the chat one of your favorite breakfasts, or if one of these sounds good, I can explain them. So an acai bowl has yogurt and berries, chia seeds, granola, just this big bowl of fruit. And then a breakfast burrito has like potatoes and sausage, avocado, eggs. And so it's like just this big burrito of breakfast food. So go ahead and type in the chat if any of those sound good, or what your favorite breakfast food would be after surfing. Just a couple of you is okay. I just want to get to know you guys a little bit more. No one has any breakfast foods they like? Okay, I'm gonna have to call on someone. Caroline, what's your favorite breakfast food?
My favorite breakfast food is French toast.
French toast. French
I
toast.
also really like avocado toast.
Avocado toast. Yes, me too. Those are both really good. We like our toast. What about Steven? Do you have a favorite breakfast food?
No.
No? You just eat what's there?
Mm.
That's understandable. You're not picky. That's good. So I'm going to go on to my last thing. So for anyone who said that they wanted to shop, pay attention to this one. So for your guys' age group, you guys are a little bit younger than me, like 14 years old. I think you would love Huntington Beach. There's a lot of surf shops and summer lifestyle. You can buy clothes. You could buy anything you want at Huntington. And then if you were to come when you're a little bit older, maybe in college, or when you're an adult, I would definitely think that you guys would love Laguna Beach. It's a little bit more expensive, but there's a lot of tourist attractions and high-end shopping, and it's definitely one of my favorites. So that is all for my presentation. Now we can talk about whatever you guys want. I can ask you questions, you can ask me questions if you're curious about American culture. And if you're not, I can ask you guys things. I'm just as curious about you. So yeah, it is up to you. Does anyone have any questions?
Catherine, how often do you go surfing?
How often? So
Yes.
in the summer, I like to go every Saturday. So I have gone before school before, but then I show up to school wet, which is not very fun. So a lot of people will go on Saturdays, Saturday in the morning. One of my friends is out surfing right now, and it's 7 o'clock at night. So he is just surfing. I know it's the morning for you guys, but once a week, I would say.
Okay. Thank you.
So I guess I'll ask you guys questions. Is anyone comfortable answering where they would like to travel? If they could pick anywhere in the world to go, you can type it in the chat or say it out loud. Paris, yes, absolutely. Paris, I bet, is beautiful. Italy, okay, so a lot of Europe. I really, really want to go to Greece. That's Canada. I've never been to Canada, even though I live right below it. I've heard it's really pretty in the winter, though. Yeah, but I love your Seoul. I really, really want to go to Seoul. I would love to do a trip like Seoul, Japan, China, and Taiwan. That's like my dream trip. Does anyone have a favorite place they've ever traveled that you could have met? Tokyo. That's awesome. Tokyo looks really pretty in the pictures, for sure. New York? Absolutely. I really want to go. Okay. Next question. Okay, type a 1 in the chat if you like Netflix better, and type a 2 in the chat if you like YouTube better. 1 for Netflix, 2 for YouTube. Netflix, okay. Does anyone have a favorite Netflix show? 3 for Disney Plus. I love that. I just splurged and I bought Disney Plus and I really, really like it. Anyone have a favorite show from any of those platforms, or a favorite YouTube channel? Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. Okay, so the Korean dramas. I watched Crash Landing on You, and I really, really liked Crash Landing on You. Stranger Things, absolutely. I watched that. That was really good. I got my whole family to watch Crash Landing on You, so I was very excited about that. Dynasty? Okay, yeah. These are good suggestions. Okay. Then what about if... Okay, type a 1 if you like coffee better, and type a 2 if you like tea better. Okay. All right, my 1s, I'm with you. I'm with coffee. I love my coffee. Does anyone prefer coffee iced or hot? Iced. Absolutely. Me too. Tea, iced or hot? Okay, a lot of ice. Me too. I like things cold, especially because in California, it doesn't get very cold in the winter. It never really gets below 70 degrees. So it's always kind of hot. So year round, I can have iced drinks, which is nice. Does anyone have a question that they want people to answer in the chat? Maybe like a group poll or anything like that? What do burritos taste like? Oh, good question. So America, the US, is right above Mexico. So there's a lot of Mexican influence. So I don't know if you guys have had Mexican food before, but it's a lot of beans, cheese, tortillas, which are really, 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 really flat pieces of bread, and they're always in a circle, and they're just like totally flat. And so they put like beans and cheese and different kinds of meat like beef or chicken, and they wrap it all up into like this little burrito, and then people eat it in burrito form, or they toast the tortilla and they make it into this little U shape, and then they eat it as a taco. Or they can put salsa on it, which is like a spicy sauce made of peppers, and then they can eat it as an enchilada. So yeah, there's a little bit of Mexican culture from you. I'm actually Mexican, 50% Mexican, so I know a little bit about that. Good question, thank you. Of course, thank you. Anyone else? All right, then I will ask a question. If I were to come to Taiwan, what is the number one thing I would need to do or see? Just one thing. If I was there for a day, like the one thing I would need to do. Eat, okay, good food. Stinky tofu. Does anyone want to explain that one a little further? What's stinky tofu? I need to know what stinky tofu is. Sophie, what's stinky tofu? Please help me. Or Anne or Lisa, anyone? Explaining it makes it sound disgusting. Well, stinky's in the name, so, interesting. So you're saving me from the stinky tofu by not fermented. Interesting. Okay, so some people like put a 1 if you like stinky tofu and a 2 if you do not like stinky tofu. Okay, so everyone likes it. Okay, it's crisp. Interesting. I'm gonna have to do some Google searching after this to figure it out. What about, who likes, put a 1 if you do not like sprinkles on your donuts, and a 2 if you do like sprinkles on your donuts. Yes, okay. Sprinkles are the best, for sure.
The donuts here don't taste good.
The donuts there aren't good?
Yeah, they're like chewy. Like they're not like the Dunkin' Donut ones. They're like really chewy and they have this weird taste.
No. I'm so sorry, guys. Donuts are great. My mom bought some donuts earlier. I'll show you. So these aren't the glazed donuts, but these are like powdered donuts. They're little baby donuts. So like these are the ones you can buy at the store, and they have like cinnamon on them and powdered sugar. Definitely if you come to America, get Krispy Kreme donuts. I love that you brought that up because those are iconic. You should definitely not miss those. I'm sorry you guys don't have the best donuts.
They have Krispy Kreme here, but it's like not really common. So there's this store called Mystery Donut, and it's like the chewy kind. It's not really good. I don't like it.
Okay. I will avoid mystery donut if I ever come. But yeah, definitely if you find a Krispy Kreme in Taiwan, go. For sure. Trying to think. What is everyone's favorite subject in school? Does anyone like English by any chance? It's okay if you don't. English scares me too sometimes. It is a very complicated language. Okay, English, yeah. My English class right now is really, really hard, so. Chinese? Art? Okay, so we have an artist. What kind of art do you like? Do you like painting or drawing? Just general. My favorite, I would say PE. Okay, for sure. Here we also have PE, but it's more common for people to play on a specific sports team. So they like pick one sport and they play that for the school team, and then we compete against all the other schools in our area. Anything except chemistry. Yeah, I took chemistry online too. It's so hard online. I feel you there. Chemistry was awful. Anything but math. Okay. Yeah, I understand that too. For any of you who have cram school tonight, you guys taught me all about cram school. We don't have anything like that here, but for anyone who has cram school, good luck tonight. I know all of your hard work is going to pay off. You're going to get into great high schools. I think we're out of time. Do we go back into the main meeting room? Do we have a teacher in the room?
Later, we will go to the main meeting room. But before that, the students have to write a feedback form.
Okay. Do we have a couple more minutes in here?
You can leave now. Okay, you can go to the main meeting room now.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you all for participating. It was great to meet you and talk to you. If any of you want to ever get in touch, I'm happy to be friends, for sure. So I will leave my Instagram in the chat. You definitely don't have to follow, but if any of you want to, you can.
Thank you for your sharing, Catherine.
Of course. Thank you all for having me.
So nice.
It was great to meet you. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Have a good night, or a good day. It's morning for you guys. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.